Hello guys, am I audible now? I hope you can hear me. Just let me know so that we can just move ahead with the stream. Am I audible, fam? Good morning, Ali. Am I audible? Can you hear me now, please? Perfect. Perfect. So guys, and there is no echo. Everything is fine. So guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope everybody is really doing well. So just first of all, I don't know whether you guys were able to hear me properly. So I just want to sincerely apologize for being absent yesterday. Just got a family emergency, out of nowhere. I was about to do the stream, and then I got an emergency. My in-law, my father-in-law, he got a severe cardiac arrest and had to rush to hospital. He's okay, and but undergone a little bit of a small operation, but everything is fine. So just came late yesterday from home, from hospital to home, so couldn't do the stream, and I was very tired whole day. So today, I just wanted to do the stream so that now we just want to. A lot of people would be asking me, hey, why did we sold our FET bag? Why did we sold our Bitcoin bag that we bought at 61,450? Now, why did we sold is because I think there is a very good possibility and there is a very good chance that we are likely going to buy that same bag again around 58,500 to $57,500. I mean, I personally feel that we are likely going to buy again. Actually, it's not that we are just simply selling off. No, I just wanted to, because my exposure was honestly speaking 90% exposure I had overall in crypto, with 87% in Bitcoin, and in the 3% I had exposure in waves and dot. FET I had a separate exposure because I had FET on Binance and not on Bybit. But this is what all I had on, majority of my funds are there on Bybit, and then on Bitfinex, and then very very small amount I have on Binance. I would say not more than 3% I have on Binance overall of my net worth. I don't keep it on Binance honestly, but I had to keep it because I need more liquidity on FET, and also wanted to do the coin margins on FET for 2x. So I booked very nice gains on FET, guys, and it was a good gains. We are still holding dot and waves. So for BTC long coin margin contract long that I had on 61,450, and the spot bags that we rebought at 61,450, we sold 50% of that at $65,000. You guys know it. We hit our profit, hey. And then the rest of the balance bag we sold around $62,000 yesterday. The price was around 62,056. I roughly sold around with an average of 62,030, 2130, anywhere in between actually. So that's what I sold. Why? But why did I sold? I mean, do I feel that the bottom is in? Do I feel that the top is in? What do I feel? I mean, why did I sold my back? So if you look at the midterm time frame for Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, the plan has still not changed, and we haven't achieved anything yet on the 12 hours time frame, or even if you look at from the perspective of the 4 hours time frame. So now, before I go to the Bitcoin analysis, first of all, just want to tell you, I've given access to all the people for 3 indicators. So only 1 indicator access is pending. I was about to give yesterday, but I couldn't give it. For those who have requested and for those who haven't received the access yet, go to the get access bot and mention a TradingView account, and I'll be giving you access today itself. I'll read on the bot completely, and everything will be fine. And once in a while it happens because I do the maintenance of the bot, which is very very important, which is very crucial. If you haven't access is given to everyone, but if you still feel that it's not given to you, there are 2 ways of doing it. Refresh TradingView. If you still can't see it, go to your TradingView logout and re-log in, and automatically you will be able to see all the indicators in your invite only script. So what is next for what are we expecting for Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen? So the plan is still fairly very same. I mean, there is no change in the plan. Well, this was a very nice impulsive move, of course, but then we got a nice move on the downside, impulsive move, and then we got impulsive move again and an impulsive move again. So practically, normally we don't see an impulsive move sweeping the lows. When that happens, it's a clear irregular expanded flat, meaning that even if, let's say, this is your bottom, let's say this is your local bottom, and this is our local top for sure. So basically, which means that this is some sort of a B, or maybe some sort of an irregular expanded flat wave C over here, irregular expanded flat, and maybe a push up like this, and a little bit push up, and then further down towards 57,000 to 57,500 to $58,000, because there is a very nice order block. We also have a daily support over here. So practically from there we form an M pattern. Once we have an M pattern, we start breaking out again, we flip the monthly, and then we look for a push up on an upside towards 68,000. So basically, in my view, why I sold the bag was, first, I felt that there are possibilities. Looking to the movement, looking to the sell-off, the volume was really high on the spots. Spot is selling, honestly speaking. Even though the futures you might feel that longs are shorts are piling up, and there are few longs. No, that's not the case. I mean, if you look at the open interest, we haven't wiped the open interest yet the way we should have, so as to pump it up more. So if you just break down this whole scenario, I think this, in my view, should have played a very interesting, harmonic, basically, and it was a very valid harmonic. Normally, the harmonic target is roughly around 786 to 886, somewhere in between it should have been. Now, let's say we rejected it so hard. I mean, if we wouldn't have lost the 61,800 if you would have just hold the Monday mid to 62,180, which I was expecting it to hold. If you would just hold it, we go for a Monday highs, go and sweep up, make a deviation on the Monday highs, and then we look for the dump like this. And that, we would have sold our bag at 64,000, we would have shorted it. It was like a perfect trade scenario, honestly. But that, for now, I don't know. I mean, this doesn't look fit at this point. So because we literally retraced almost, I would say, the entire move that we initiated from 60,700 to May opens, and the bounces from the monthly open is becoming smaller and smaller in degree, actually, which is a little bit worrying, honestly. If you really want to bounce from the monthly opens, if the bulls really want to defend the monthly opens, then they have to bounce very hard, so that the bears can literally cannot catch them. I mean, they just get liquidated. For now, I think what is the plan is, the move that I'm watching here is, in my view, we should be going somewhere around here, and then further, once we lose the Monday mid, that's around 62,100, we would be looking for a downside move on a BTC towards previous month lows of 58,800, and as I mentioned, a nice support that we have around 786 Fibonacci levels. So I'm expecting a move on the downside for Bitcoin, to 786, 58,500, and max it can go to $57,600. So that's what my plan is, and I was very worried about that move on the downside, because my whole capital, I mean, if you can see that, because if I go anywhere under 61,450, every $1,000 move on the downside for BTC would give me more than 200k of negative PNL. More than 200k, I would say. More than. I won't say an exact number, but it's more than 200k. Can even go to 500,000. So basically, that's why I had to book profits on spot bags, as well as the coin margin contracts long position that I have, and also I don't want to pay much fees on it, even though it was beneficial because the fundings were negative, so it was really good, honestly. But still, I just wanted to stay away for now, because I feel that this is where the magic happens. This is where a BTC is likely going to give us a good bounce. It's like a very interesting A, B, and then forming a very interesting falling wedge, and breakout is going to happen big, and then we can rook it up to $69,000 for Bitcoin. Now, an alternative scenario, as I mentioned, that we can even do irregular expanded flat, meaning we go for a sweep of the lows, go towards $55,000, reclaim it nicely, and then we look for a run back up, and that run back up would be just to sweep the $66,000, the last opportunity to exit the market, and after that we dump down more. Actually, that would be very bearish in my view. Remember, we have a monthly engulfing bearish candle that we have. It's yet to play out, In fact, the USD dominance daily is looking very bullish, weekly is turning bullish, weekly I just really want the weekly to give us that move on the downside to retest the support. As I mentioned, I mean, if you just look at the weekly time frame on the USD dominance over here, let me just show you guys. Yep. So you look at the weekly candle. The weekly candle is bullish in my view. That we closed last week candle was bullish, and yeah, pretty much I would say it was bullish, honestly. Let me just show you. Yeah. Perfect. If you look at here, the RSI closed above, and problem is now we are holding above, which is a little bit problem, which means that we might push up a little bit more towards the the 50 RSI 50, try to break out, and then we can smash it down towards 30. So basically a little bit more choppiness, a little bit more sideways, and after that we're going to see a market wide pump across the board. So basically, either we lose this green line around 43.77 on a weekly time frame, we start closing under, which means that the bulls are back, and we should be just simply market buying everything, and everything is going to pump a lot because we want to retest this blue zone, and that zone is going to happen. That retest will come. And when that retest come, guys, that retest is going to tell you that we literally need to exit the old market, which is literally going to be a last chance. Whatever you hold it, whatever you have bought it, it's just that whether they have pumped, whether they haven't pumped, it's just that you exit. If you are in profits, exit. If you're in loss, exit. Just stay on the sidelines when the next time we get a retest of this blue box, because that is absolutely going to be the last opportunity in my view for the USD dominance, because USD dominance on the weekly is very, very bullish in my view. There is no bearish case, there is no sign of bearishness. Yes, the daily EMA 200 is resistance for now, which is around 5.4%, 5.37%, and which even I expect it to reclaim it probably in the next few days, because after that we will run to EMA 50 weekly to 5.8 and maybe 6.2%. That is where we likely going to see a very interesting opportunity again for longing the whole market. But looking at the lower term time frame on the USD dominance, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to switch off my price action algo for now. I'm just going to keep the support and resistance algo. So if you just switch off the price action algo, look at here on the 15 minutes time frame, what I can see is there is a very interesting ABC scenario over here, very interesting ABC. So what I'm expecting here on the USD dominance is to push up like this, go and have a retest one more time like this, and maybe even a push up, very likely the push up, and after that I would like to see more the downside, but at least a retest of this resistance that I'm expecting, 5.06 to 5.07%. Basically that is going to decide whether we want to go into long or whether we want to short. But that is my levels for the USD dominance on the very, very lower term time frame. And if I just look at from the 1 hour perspective, ladies and gentlemen, the 1 hour is definitely very, very choppy, and we have took a liquidity over here, but there is a possibility, there is a very, very nice possibility that this whole move over here, as you can see here, this whole move is nothing but a connector. So this is where the first move ended. This was your first move, and that's where your connector is. So basically that's your accumulation of some sort, and once you get an accumulation, you go for a manipulation, the price runs up like this, and once that is done, after that we come back down and retest. So that's what my plan. So once we go towards very close to 5.6 to 5.2, I would like to see 5.24% being tested. That is where that is exactly where we should be exiting, longing the whole thing. Once USD dominance go very even close to 5.24%, just buy long whatever you want to long, buy whatever you want to buy. I would say even if you want to long, don't go more than 3x, and I would say even if you want to spot buys, you can buy 50-60% of your capital into spots, basically in Bitcoin and probably some alts as well for sure. So that's what I would be doing, because the risk reward is amazing over here, because your invalidation is 5.24%. once USD dominance flip above 5.24%, just simply exit the whole market with small losses and stay on the sidelines, because the risk reward is amazing. Even if you risk 100k over here, for example, if I'm risking 100k over here, there is a huge chance of me making more than 2 million bucks with just a retest of this blue zone, a green zone over here on the downside. It's like a 20R returns it can give you actually, so which is amazing. You don't need to catch 20x gains. You can just simply do 20R and can make 20x out of it. Actually, it's very, very simple, so that's what the plan for the USD dominance. Similarly, for the BTC as well, I think I'm expecting the same plan. Another scenario, maybe possibly, let's say the harmonic is still valid, and we can we hold the previous month value area low of 61,684. Then we can have a push up like this previous week mid, and we can go for Monday highs, but with previous month POC, something like this, and chop a little bit over here, and then afterwards we can just dump like this to 702, 786. This is also a very nice possibility, which would also mean that this move over here is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and after that we can just move on the downside, because we got a move here on an upside was wave A, a sharp move on the downside, 5 waves, wave B, and then again we got a move. There has to be wave C is always 5 waves. So this can be an alternative scenario where we push from here towards 64,100 to $64,400, and then we can move on the downside. But in my view, the downside move is very, very likely, high likely, and hence I went out, but I just don't know at this point, or I can't say for sure whether we're likely going to see that push towards $64,000 or not. So the downside risk is much higher than that upside risk. So hence, I booked the gains, and now we should be having a little bit patience. I won't be giving any further scalps at this point, because we are chopping a little bit. So I'm just going to stay out of the market at this point, honestly speaking. Because I lost 2R already of the 13.5R gains that we made for 2 Bitcoin longs in this month itself. So the net gain we are sitting right now is around 11.5R, and I really want FET made a good gain, good gains as well. But DOT is slightly underwater, honestly, and Waves is a little more underwater. So I just want to have a plan for both DOT as well as the Wave. So if I just talk about DOT, I feel DOT is bullish, honestly, and why I feel, because of the price action. Just look at the trend line that we have on the 4 hours time frame, and I think DOT is literally on the verge of breaking out of this trend line, and we are holding the current monthly opens, we are holding the previous year mid level. So basically it's like an M pattern formation for me over here, because I've seen the M pattern. This is a very interesting M pattern, and after that you got an upside move like this. So practically speaking, even if let's say even if let's say DOT don't give us that big impulsive move on an upside, but I expect DOT to give us at least a move to get us out of our average entry is around 7.39 for spots. So practically, if DOT can even go to 7.5, we will exit with a small take profits, and we're just gonna wait for it. We're just going to book the gains on DOT. For now, it's a hold, guys. It has not invalidated our stop loss, nor it had gone to my stop loss as well on the daily. Looking to the Waves, guys, Waves, it's a little bit of worry to me, honestly, because I risked 1% and I'm down 2.2% right now on Waves, honestly speaking. So, but the plan is still same. There is no change in the plan. Very nice. The volume is pretty much looking solid to me, over here with a very interesting trend line. It's just that we need to break off trend line. So I'm just simply going to hold. We are holding the $2 support, I would say. So it don't make sense for me to right now sell it over here. Even if BTC looks a little bit bearish, but I think Waves BTC is looking good at this point. And still my plan is same. I'm expecting it to give us at least a push up towards a retest of 3.47, 3.5, where we can get out either at break even, or we can get out at only 1% loss actually. So 1% loss is bearable to me. Even 2% loss is bearable, but honestly speaking, don't make sense for me to sell here at a good support. You don't sell the support, you sell when it's lost, but we are at support, so don't make sense for me to sell. I still expect it to give us a push on an upside. Looking to RNDR, I think RNDR was indeed looking great. And we sold around 10.3 if you remember, and it also gave a very interesting push on an upside. For now, I am expecting RNDR to give us a support. 9.3 is where we have a good support. So if you really want to buy or you want to scalp it, a 9.3 to 9.2 is where you should be looking to buy spot backs for RNDR. And from there, I'm expecting a minimum push on an upside from 9.3 to 9.2. An upside or minimum upside would be around 17%, and maximum upside maybe push to 886 is also a possibility with another 38% move. So 9.3 to 9.2 is the good levels. Your invalidation would be if we lose 9.3 on the daily time frame. If one day closes under 9.3, you exit the RNDR. That would be your invalidation for RNDR. Pepe is looking amazing, guys. I mean, it has perfectly played my plan, but the only plan that did not play me that, I was expecting, I sold my bag actually, because I was expecting it to, give us that move on the downside, retest again, and then run back up. It just went down a little bit over here too, but it just gave a very shallow wave too. I was expecting a little bit deeper pullback, but it just gave a very shallow, and it moved on upside, practically finishing this, trying to finish this whole move, guys. So if you're trying to buy Pepe over here, I would say stay very, very, very cautious, because we are very close to finish this whole pump for the Pepe. My target for the Pepe, this is the box where, I see Pepe is going to top out, ideally based on the fibs, anywhere between 0.0137 to 0.015. So if you look at from the current price perspective, the Monday highs that we have, from current price, it can pump another 21 to 30% max. It can go around 34% max. But this is where you should be very, very careful, guys. Very careful. Careful in the sense, if you have literally caught the bottom within this blue box along with me, this is where we caught the bottom. This is where we got the perfect entry. If you have got it, I think you should be very careful. You should have at least booked 60% gains. I booked it fully actually. I booked over here actually, honestly. So I did not play this whole side because I was expecting one more push on the downside, 1-2-1-2 to reach there, but it just straight away went for the wave 3 actually. So that's fine. I'm not in anymore, but made a good money actually with the Pepe. But still, if you are still in or riding Pepe, the upside is max it can go 34%, but the downside move you are aiming for, the downside move from here is going to be catastrophic. It is going to be roughly around 70% more on the downside. So you can imagine the risk reward is not great if you're longing here at this point. So that's what about Pepe. Now let's talk about, INJ, Ethereum as well. First of all, let's also discuss Ethereum. So we discussed Bitcoin, we discussed USD dominance. Let's also talk about, the May month is not honestly good from, the trading perspective. Why? Because I already mentioned, we have got an engulfing candle. April was a little bit better. May, we only caught like 2 trades. I would say 4 trades, 4 Bitcoin trades I gave. 2 wins, 2 losses, net gains around 11.5 hour. Bitcoin so far. So I'm just simply gonna wait patiently. A lot of other trades I gave on the live stream, the levels I mentioned, BTC bounced a lot from those levels, RNDR bounced a lot, RNDR, plan, Pepe plan, a lot of things I've shared my analysis and I've perfectly played out so far for a lot of alts. FET also gave a good trade actually. I would say FET also was a good trade in this month. Waves is one of the worst to trade honestly, and why? Because I do think that 3.35 was the good levels, but it just fooled us. It flipped the daily EMA 200, fooled everyone, and the second day it just literally dumped and rejected and made a engulfing, not exactly an engulfing candle, but kind of actually rejection. So it just fooled us, but that's fine, it happens. But still our risk is managed until we make money other ways. I mean, that's good. But honestly, this was a learning for me as well for waves, and that's why I have made a trend catcher indicator as well, that when we can't keep on checking the trends, that trend catcher indicator is going to help us know whether the trend is shifting on the it from bullish to bearish, what exactly is going to happen. So basically that trend shifter indicator, we are going live, guys, in next 2 days, and I'll be arranging an event. It was supposed to go live today, but yesterday I was not available, so I couldn't do a final testing, and so I have to do the final testing tonight, basically once the developer is available. Because of the time zone, there is a time gap between me and my developer, and he's going to be available tonight. So I'll be testing it tonight, and probably if everything is fine, we will do live in 2 days, because we have to take some approvals and SSL certificate and have to incorporate the website into our original website, because we have two domains actually. And that's what I think. Ethereum plan is valid. I'm expecting ETH to sweep the lows. That's what our plan previously was for Ethereum. I think very interestingly, as I mentioned, ETH Bitcoin is not looking great actually. It's honestly not looking good. So Ethereum BTC is like losing the levels over here on the downside. Practically is an indication that we are literally going for the yellow wave count. So ETH BTC is definitely not looking bullish, guys, and when it don't look bullish, you know the drill. Actually nothing else is going to look bullish. So practically also, and Ethereum is at a high risk. I mean, the red line is invalidated for now, so they are at a very high risk of being nuke very hard. Even BTC dump 2%, also and Ethereum is going to dump very hard. They're going to go like 4%, 5%, maybe even 10%. So you just have to be very careful, and hence till Ethereum BTC don't flip now the levels of 49, this levels 4910, basically this blue line that you're watching, till it don't flip this 4910, ETH BTC can never be bullish. Till we don't reclaim this, we are not bullish. It's like you don't even look for ETH Bitcoin at that point of time. No. So that's what I mean. The target for ETH, we just went to 886. We are holding it, but I don't see any major reaction over here. Also, we are having a nice support, 9 rocket support on H4 around here at 2889. So till we are above 2880, it held my levels of 2880, 2860, 0.886 Fibonacci levels, but I feel that it's not gonna hold very firmly, basically. So what I feel is there's a possibility we just sweep the lows like this, take a liquidity on the downside, go for 2760, maybe 2750, just sweep the lows like here, and then we can move on an upside, like push it up again and make like a very interesting diagonal actually. So this is where I would like to see a diagonal actually. So that is going to be very interesting, and that's where I think Ethereum is chopping a lot. So I feel at this point, even though we are at support, it's a strong support, guys. 2880 is a big support. If you really ask me, if you really want to long ETH, where would you long? This is the levels I would long, 2880. I did long ETH actually. I booked gains as well, honestly speaking, along with BTC yesterday when it just gave a nice move on an upside. I booked around 2950, very tiny, but around I had 200 ETH long position, so that was good. But I feel at this point we are at support. That's the final level of support. Just look at Ethereum on the 3-day chart, guys. That's a big equilibrium. That's your range highs over here, that's your range lows, as you can see, and that is where your equilibrium is. So if you really want Ethereum to push up like this towards the range highs of 5,260, we need to hold 2,800. So practically 2,880 is your big support, like a golden support for Ethereum, because that is where, if you really want to buy spot bags, yes, you can buy around here 2,900, 2,880, and if once it loses 2,880 on daily, guys, you can literally just exit it, because the risk reward over here is really good. But the only problem over here is ETH Bitcoin. That's the only problem. So basically you can have your stop loss around 2685, 2685, and your take profit targets for ETH would be somewhere around 5,000 or 200 or something like this. That should be your target. That's a very nice falling wedge. You got a nice impulsive move from 2,160 to 4,144, and now we are getting ABC move on the downside. So practically speaking, I think Ethereum, if you really want to buy spot backs, this is the levels, 2,880 to 2,900 is where you should be buying spot backs for Ethereum, and you simply just have to hold that till till Ethereum basically loses 2,880. That's an equilibrium. So once Ethereum loses as 2,880 on weekly as well as daily, you simply just probably sell the bag, that's what you should do then. But for now, I think that's how I think Ethereum looks like. I think this is the level, this is the area where you should be looking to buy. If you really want to buy ETH, that this is the levels. There's no other levels for ETH to buy actually. So that's what we have for Ethereum as well, ladies and gentlemen. I think Ethereum is at like a do or die situation. It's like bulls have to hold these levels and have to push up. But if you look at from the EMA perspective, like here, if you look at the EMAs, we got a recent, I would say not a death cross, but a kind of a death cross where EMA 20 is crossing EMA 100 for like when it happens normally. Normally when it happens, the price see a nice move on the downside actually when that happens normally. And we have a support of EMA daily 200 is around 2794. So practically what I would like to see for ETH will be the first alt, or I would say first coin from the majors who is likely going to test the first EMA daily 200 after flipping in around October 2023. October 2023. So practically once it flipped, it started its bull run and it just had a move from there to 4,100 approx. So for the first time, and I don't see that it's going to lose it. So whatever the move you get it, anything under 2,790 to 800, 2,790, 2,800, I do think it's going to be the best opportunity you're going to get. It can go to 2,708.5, but I see this is how it's going to go. It's going to be like a V-shaped recovery followed by a move on an upside like this. And then either we flip the daily support to 3580, good. We flip it, good. We don't flip, then we will reject again. But if you flip it, you can for sure say that we are likely going to go for new highs. That's where ETH BTC can probably, give us a good gains actually. So I think I would be buying, or I would give you, I specifically in the Discord, I'll give you the perfect limits for ETH. Not limits, then we will go buy the market buy once we see the move on the downside towards 2,794 to 2,731. So even if you really want to buy ETH right now, 2,880 spot bags you can buy a little bit, and then you can DCA around 2,780. So that's roughly around $100 move on the downside. So if you're buying 100 ETH, you'll be down at some point 10K, but an upside is a minimum of 3,570, meaning that it's an $800 move. So practically you can say that it's like 80K move on an upside. So the risk reward is amazing. You're risking 10K so that you can make 80K out of it. That's how the risk reward works actually. A minimum I'm saying. But if it goes to $5,000, then you know the drill actually, how much you're gonna make it. So that's what I think you should be having a little bit of bags of ETH, little, not much. Even a 10%, 15% bag for ETH. Let's say if you have $1,000 capital, you should have at least $200 worth of ETH at this point. And when it goes to 2,000, anything under the daily EM at 200, anything under that levels, it's not going to close under, in my view. It's not going to close. It's going to be like a V-shaped recovery, the way BTC did at 39,000, 38,500, $39,000. It's going to be like a V-shaped recovery. That is going to be the good buying opportunity at that point of time for ETH, in my view. Talking about INJ, still INJ is not a good alt to buy at this point. I just say hard pass for now. Talking about, GameStop, GameStop did a very nice move on an upside. Everybody is good, and it just wrecked at billions and billions $1 worth of short, honestly. So I can imagine what the Wall Street shorters looks like. So just try to look at the SPX, whether it rejected from my level or not. That's what I want to see. Whether it invalidated the engulfing candle or not, because if SPX can invalidate this engulfing candle, I can expect Bitcoin probably can't even do that engulfing candle. It can't even invalidate. So practically SPX literally has gone beyond, or I would say above the sell zone. Basically I would just like to switch off this. Perfect. You see my sell zone, this is where 886 is most it can go, and it has gone beyond 886, which means that very likelihood that it's going to invalidate, and if that invalidates, then we can expect even BTC can do. Because if you look at the monthly chart, that's a perfect engulfing candle, and an engulfing candle, almost we are on the verge of invalidating it. So I think that this is like the best moment for SPX, because for the first time on the monthly we are invalidating this whole engulfing. Never we have invalidated. This was an engulfing candle, we never invalidated. You can see a move, you know what happened after that. And also there was another engulfing candle over here, we never invalidated, we had a good move on the downside. So like 2 engulfing candles, you can already see how the move happened. So practically at this point for an SPX, it's like a, you know, the bears are literally sweating right now. What's going to happen? Looking at the structure, I do feel that SPX is going to push up, and it's going to go to 5,300. So it's going to likely invalidate. But what's going to happen is that we are likely going to see a range actually. After that, we'll be seeing, you know, ABC kind of a move, sweeping the lows like this. So this is what I'm expecting SPX to do. So sweep the highs, and then we play the engulfing candle. So it's like, you know, basically it's like SPX is likely going to push up, make new highs. It's going to reject. It's like a swing failure pattern. It's going to reject, dump down, take the lows of 4,900, and then probably we will see another choppiness in SPX at that point of time. Now, very interesting chart that we need to understand is Ibit. What exactly Ibit is up to, guys? If you remember, I mentioned, you know, Ibit is bearish at this point. We had a bull flag scenario on Ibit, and you know, I did mention that anything around 33 to 32 is the good levels for Ibit to buy. And if you have bought Ibit, I think you should be just holding it, because we are holding the, you know, that's like a deviation to me. We are holding the channel, and ABC we will retest 33.4, 33.3 maybe, and from there, once Ibit flips 36.7, I see Ibit running up to 39.87, and you know, that's how a minimum I expect it to run. Maybe it can even make new highs and start a nice push on an upside. Why? Because of, you know, as SPX is going to invalidate some monthly engulfing, so we can also expect BTC to engulf. You know, BTC can even do engulfing, can invalidate this whole engulfing candle. BTC should also be able to do it. So we will see at that point of time. We're going to monitor it. So hard-term time frame, ladies and gentlemen, we are bullish on Bitcoin at this point till we are above 44,000 or 49,400. Till Bitcoin is above 49,400, we are bullish. Once that level is lost on daily, khalas, the top is in, and we will be just looking to bear. Every bounce we short it. Every bounce you get it, we exit. Every bounce is a short. That's what we will play. But for now, every dip is for buying. You know, there's a difference. I think that's what once Ibit loses this range that around 33.7, then the next support would be around 29.2. That's where Ibit would be going, and it would be just you know, from here, that if it loses this, then this is where Ibit should go. Then you get a good bounce from there. So if you are holding Ibit from 23-24 as you're saying, I think you should hold actually. But if you're bought Ibit right now, then your invalidation would be clearly around 33.4. That's where your invalidation should be. You know, the buy levels would be around 33.4 to 33.5 is your buy levels for Ibit. FET, yes, I'm still aiming for $7 for FET, but I need to you know, see the rebuy levels for my rebuy levels would be roughly around a double bottom sort of something. If you know, FET give us that perfect double bottom, you know, I was expecting FET to hold the levels of you know, $2.15, and from there should give us a nice push on an upside, but that push never came actually. And hence, you know, I feel that this move is some sort of ABC, and what we might do actually is that this move was your wave A, this is wave B. We start 1 2, maybe 1 2, and we can go like this double bottom sort of thing around, you know, 1.53 to 1.6, and hence, you know, I think from there we can run up like this on FET. So I think we likely going to see another good opportunity to buy FET around 1.53 or 1.6 to 1.5 dollars. That's where I will be looking to rebuy FET to catch another knife, and another bottom for FET to give us a good gains actually. um Bitcoin can go to 80. Yes, it's still a possibility, my friend. Bro, when you say exit the market on the bearish retest, how deep of a pullback dump do you see happening? Ideally, if you look at the USA dominance charts, the pullback would be around, minimum pullback would be around 4.5%, and max it can give us a pullback to around 4%. So if you just imagine, if we are talking about, let's say, a dump from 5.2% towards 4% levels, let's say, that would be roughly around 23% move on the downside. So let's say BTC is roughly around $57,000 or $58,000. So from there, if you just see that BTC should pump 22-23%, let's say, overall. So if you just look at here into 22%, then yes, BTC should pump up roughly around 70k. So 69 to 70k would be our end game for Bitcoin. That's where we should be exiting. 69 70k is where we should be booking our BTC spots that we bought from 39,500. So 39,500, the spots we are still holding it. So we will sell. Even I will sell my spot bags that I bought at $16,800. So because that's what I would do, because I've never booked a single gain or single profit from the 16,800 bag. Actually, I'm still holding it because ETH BTC is bearish. So I don't make sense for me to even convert Bitcoin to ETH BTC. Yes, I will convert ETH BTC, Bitcoin to Ethereum once I see it flips the blue line of 4915. I like the idea for AI coin, low market cap on chain Ether, DEAI. I don't know about DEAI, but yeah, I mean, this is what the overall plan for BTC, guys. There are two possibilities. Either we push up one more time to $64,400 and then we can dump from here. But if you really want to play some scalps on Bitcoin, you can buy a really low spot bags over here at 62k, and with your invalidation under the current weekly open of $61,450, that's what your invalidation would be. And you can probably let it ride to 64,400, book some gains over there, and just be in flat, don't do anything over there, and just probably basically move on the downside, because the 786 886 fib makes more and more sense. That will be your perfect M. Perfect M. But remember, the bull case scenario for BTC would be, and I would be just simply blindly giving you long positions on Bitcoin once it flips $65,000. Once $65,000 is flipped, once $65,000 is flipped, I'm simply not gonna say anything to you. I will say buy market, because from 65,000 to 70k would be very, very quick. It would be very quick. So we can make a quick, maybe good bugs from 65 to 70k with a very tight stop loss. That's gonna give you good risk reward actually. Lastly, guys, thank you so much for your support and for holding here. I'll give access to indicator today. Also, I would like to share that that I've launched our new venture. That's like a the new fashion t-shirts basically for Bitcoin, as well as for Ethereum. So that's what currently we are basically we can we can supply it to India and UAE. So you can probably, if you wish to, or you're interested in the designs, you like it, you can buy. These are the designs over here we have. You can just probably go on the view all page, and from there, or you can even choose the catalog over here, and that's what you can buy. And if you really wish to, the quality of the product is really great. The t-shirt quality is good in my view. You can probably test yourself. And also I have changed a plan for sending the method of sending free t-shirts to you guys. So I'll be, for those for those guys, for our community members, of course, those who have filled the form, I'll be sending them a discount code. So you can simply go here, whatever t-shirt you like it, you can check out those t-shirt, whatever the color you like it. So for example, this is the Pepe. If Pepe is trending right now, so you can just go here on the Pepe and whatever color you like it. If you like white color and navy blue, we have navy blue as well, maroon, lavender, whatever, beige, or black, whatever color you like it, for the Pepe. Show your love to Pepe, guys. Whatever the size, we have t-shirt sizes available from small to 3XL for all type of people. And a little bit, we have tried to mention what exactly this whole the brand presence. Actually, we are inspired. I wanted to create a t-shirt brand for crypto lovers, basically. Though those who really want to express the love towards the community, towards crypto, basically. So that's what this whole product is all about. First and most important thing is we don't endorse. I mean, this brand don't endorse or promote any crypto projects, guys. No, it's just that we are making the designs. These all designs we have made handcrafted with the help of AI technology, and we have made it personally, and everything is we are owning these designs. Actually, this is not a copy pasted design from anywhere, and we will be having more and more designs. The work is underway, and we will just have more and more designs. If you are a Bitcoin lover, just go to the catalog. You can just check it yourself. I mean, if you find helpful, I mean, if you like it, you can support it. It's okay. I mean, we have the Bitcoin designs as well over here. If you see here, that's a Bitcoin design. I mean, you can just check yourself. I mean, it's up to you. But for now, this is only available for Indian market and UAE market. We are just applying to these two markets at this moment because of the transportation cost or the shipping cost. As and when we're just going to negotiate with the other, for other countries, we'll just keep updating you, actually. So the link of the website is mentioned in my description. You can just check the our website once. Also, the indicator access will be given, and the third last thing, do available for the trend catcher. We're going to have an event for our trend catcher screener. Last chart I want to check for our friend C Mask is the CRV. Powell is bullish. Thanks a lot, AZ. If you look at the CRV chart, it's also forming an M pattern, actually. But the good part about the CRV, if you look at the weekly time frame, it is literally going to the lowest levels. It's like, I think this is the support we have. 0.33 is your absolute support. And even if you look at from the daily perspective, or let's say even if a weekly perspective, I mean, the RSI is still pretty much not in a good shape. Okay, it's not in good shape. It is not yet bottomed. So I would not say it's bottomed yet on the weekly time frame perspective, because I really don't see any sort of a reversal. Daily time frame, we have lost everything levels. Even if you look at the RSI, we have lost the RSI base damage. We might be probably retesting it one more time. I'm not sure, but I would like to see the daily RSI to retest 29, and after that, we should be looking for a big reversal. So I think CRV is likely going to chop a lot, and there's a likelihood that we might go for a double bottom sort of a thing, sweep the previous month lows around 35 cents, go to 33 cents, and then from there, it's a good opportunity to buy and hold, because the move that we are watching on the downside is clearly an impulsive move. So this is wave 1, wave 2, maybe this is wave 3. That's going to be a wave 3, wave 4, a chop, wave 5, a little bit accumulation like this, and then we go for an impulsive move. So it's going to take a little bit more time, but I think the best levels to buy CRV would be around 0.33 to 0.3, and when it goes there, you should buy spot bags and you should hold it for like next 4 or 5 months, and it's going to pay you very nicely, actually, because CRV is going to go for a bigger accumulation, like every alt did. Link also did for a bigger accumulation. So we're just going to sweep the lows, and then we go for a range formation, like a checkmate, and then we go for like this. So that's how I expect CRV to do. So that's all what I have for today's stream. Looking the last few charts is going to be total crypto market cap, ladies and gentlemen. It's still bearish, honestly speaking, but hard-term time frame is still bullish, actually. So we are expecting, I'm still expecting it to push up to current quarterly open around 2.5 trillion, give us a retest. So that's what I'm still expecting. Hopefully it gives us, but that retest should come after Bitcoin testing the 57, 58K levels. Once it tests, then we can have a push on an upside. Looking to the total 2, guys, total 2, yes, we are still not out of the woods. You can say that we will be bullish only once it flips the 1.04 trillion. Till we don't flip it, don't look for any buys at this moment. It's going to be tough because, you know, we are literally accumulating at the apex of the support. So apex of the support means we have been testing support many times, again, over and over. So normally what happens when a price test the level, certain levels many times, it become weak actually, whether be it support, whether be it a resistance. So that is the primary theory over here. So let's say if you are testing it again over and over, there's a likelihood that the next time we go for a testing, the support might not hold and we might just, you know, nuke out of nowhere and followed by a V-shaped recovery. So there are two possibilities over here. Our resistance is around 687.4 billion. So next time we go for a test over there, there's a likelihood we flip it and we go for a run. The support, we have already lost the support. We are under the support. So practically the next support is around 200 daily EMA for $563 billion. And that's what I would like to see. Total 3 testing those levels. If we test those levels, would be a very nice ABC move, and also you know, it's going to be like a very interesting you know, continuation pattern of a triangle, meaning that you know, let's say this is the whole move on the downside. We're going to see very interesting you know, just give us a retest, accumulation, and then maybe like this. That's what I would like to see. So that's going to be an accumulation, that's going to be a manipulation, and then you go for an expansion. So that's what we can look for, and that's going to be very, very bullish for July. Actually, in June, July, it will be bullish. Mid-June, July, the faster we do this, the faster we can push up. You know, it can even extend to quarter 3 as well. So that's what we have for the plan is that's the plan for now for everything, guys. Let's I'm going to do this stream twice a day now. Shower is also going to take the streams, and he took yesterday as well when I was not here. And after this stream, I won't be able to post the charts immediately, because the first thing I need to do is to give access to indicators to everyone, so that part is, you know, is hampering me a lot. A lot of people are DMing me for it, and I feel really good about it, that people are using those indicators and they are helping a lot. These indicators are helping them a lot. So that's the very good part about it, and I don't want to wait. Keep you wait more, and I'm just gonna the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give you that access. So that's all for the today's stream, guys, and I hope you like this video. Just press the like button, guys. It don't take much of a time to just press the like button, and if you have further queries, ping me on the Discord, ask me. I'll be definitely answering all your queries today. And May is the month where we need to have slightly patience, because our buy the dip is around 5.25%. 5.2 to 5.24% is where we buy the dip for across the board, and 4% is where we short, we exit everything. I mean, that's what we should be doing, and that's what we will do. Actually, we'll just stay with the plan. We will stick to our plan. We'll play the plan. That's all. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.